Hey, good morning, everybody. Just live vid on my way into work. Just wanted to tell you guys, I kind of did another live video and it canceled out, so hopefully this one works. I'm kind of going that this is what is going to change the country substantially, besides what we've already done by electing Trump. Now, I know a lot of the walkaway people aren't Trump fans, and that's completely fine. I see it more like walking away from the establishment. You know, it should kind of be seen like that, Democrat and Republican. It's not so much a movement to just get people from the Democrats to the time to kind of tell a really great story and to kind of go through several points where it's more it's got links, sources, all that stuff. I kind of want to show my story, you know, peel back the layers like an onion on where I've come from. I don't know if I can do that so good in a video. I mean, I can sit here and do live videos. I don't have a problem doing that, but I have several laid out points, facts, and I really want to do an in-depth walk-away story. So this video is basically just me talking about my walk-away project that I've been working on. It's taken me a while, but I've been taking notes, and I just wanted to pledge my support to you guys. And I do want to say that for the last 2 weeks, I have been taking notes, and I have been watching video after video after video after video of the walkaway movement, mostly on YouTube. And I have it set up to where if I give it a thumbs up on my Review the Earth channel here, that it will send it to my Facebook Review the Earth page, and it will send it to my Twitter Review the Earth page, as well as possibly a couple other spots too. But those are the big ones, right? So if you know, if anyone wants to go on my Twitter feed, on my webpage, which is reviewtheearth.com, you'll see my Twitter feed if you don't have a Twitter or Facebook, or you can go to you know, my Facebook page. So you can see all of the videos that I've seen. I'm doing my best to spread them around. I saw this it's probably been two and a half weeks ago is when I first saw a video. I could look back on my feed or whatever to see the first one, but I have just been watching video after video after video, and I appreciate you guys so much. This is like, you guys are pounding coffin nails into the establishment as a whole. This is how we are going to free ourselves from the deep state. I know it, because once you every single video I've seen is just so heartfelt, so pure, so from the gut, so visceral. It's just been an experience watching these people. It is the thing that I've been praying that would happen for years. It's a mass awakening on this level, you know. All of us have been, you know, lied to. The media is a complete fraud. There's only a couple of programs at all on any cable or, you know, national, what am I trying to say, over-the-air TV. I mean, it's all garbage. It's all garbage. Basically, what you should do is start, you know, combing the internet for YouTube videos of people that are describing problems. Now, the best videos on YouTube will be somebody that includes a source. They do a video on a topic, they include a source. So very important. That's my advice for you, is don't ever, you know, you probably already know this, but don't ever believe what you hear on, you know, just a YouTube video or whatever. It's important and imperative that the person that's doing the YouTube video, you know, by all due diligence, put a source link in the bottom so that people can read the story that you're talking about. That's like the perfect example is a guy named Sticks Hexenhammer 666. He's by far one of my favorite independent YouTubers, sitting in his bedroom or his house and cranking out videos one after another. He always puts a source on the bottom of his video. I encourage everybody to do that. As a matter of fact, that is one critique I had about the official walkaway campaign, the YouTube channel that's like walkaway, it says hashtag walkaway fan site or something like that. It's officially Brandon's, I do believe, and it's cranking out video like the best of kind of stuff, which is great. But please, if there's one critique, it would be please add the person's information to the bottom. You know, if it came from Facebook, you know, add it so we can like them or whatnot, you know. That'd be great. I think you should do that. That's just an idea, a suggestion, because that way it will interlink us even more, you know. Like if the video was pulled off of a YouTube page and put onto the fan site, that's fine. Just put a link to the YouTube person so I can subscribe. Every single person that I've seen that has a YouTube video that is actually on their YouTube site and they're doing their walk away video not on Facebook but on YouTube, I subscribe to every single one. I want to see this thing as a whole bloom and blossom, and I'm just super excited about it. This is, you know, electing Trump was a massive, that was like blowing up the Death Star, but the empire's not dead yet, and there's still a long way to go, and we need more rebels. We need to recruit more rebels, using the Star Wars analogy. So we are completely, no one should be turned away from walking away from the Democrats. The people on the right absolutely will respect you, and there's so many things I've learned from Dale Carnegie, this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's basically fighting does no good. Always try to have a win-win scenario, and my point with that is you are so welcomed on the right. You should be. No one should say, oh, well, you're an ex-Democrat, you can't come to our side, or, you know, whatever. Just no one should be doing that. You are more than welcome. All, you know, all identities are welcome on the right. Oops. Sorry, that's what I was worried about there, falling over. But everybody is welcome, and it's not just on the right, but away from the left. You know, they've preached this, that everybody on the right is, you know, homophobe, bigot, Nazi, blah, 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 blah. It's not true. It never was true. That has been a complete construct and brainwashing operation by the mainstream media. Real quick, while I got a couple more minutes, I'd like to say that the thing that really woke me up was Ron Paul. You know, I couldn't vote until 2004, and I didn't vote then. It wasn't very political. I didn't pay attention to politics at all. Just a total metalhead and music guy, you know, just always playing music, you know, playing bass, playing guitar, singing, all that sort of stuff. Was not very into politics at that time. It's kind of my learning phase with music. And after 2004 and the wars kept going on and we didn't seem like we were winning them, or we weren't getting it done and getting out of there, I started researching in like 2007 and starting to pay attention a little bit, and I ran a load of parts to Detroit, and down 94 from Jackson to Detroit, around Chelsea area, there was a farmer who had a sign that said Ron Paul 2008, and I hadn't heard of his name because I wasn't right, I wasn't left. I was kind of looking at both sides. I knew that Bush was horrible. By the end, I didn't like Bush at all. At the beginning, a little different story. I never supported him, but I was, you know, I was always supportive of America, and I believe that what we were doing in Iraq and Afghanistan originally was, like, I was all gung-ho for it, you know. I watched all the news media, and I believe that that's what we had to do, and I was supportive of it at first, but not later. By 2007, it seemed to be, there was all these stories of Halliburton taking advantage of military contracts, and it just looked like a military industrial complex, which I didn't even know that word then, but something looked shady to me. So I thought I was probably a liberal because socially I'm very left. And then I found, you know, as looking through candidates, I'd never heard of Ron Paul, and this must have been, you know, August or September of 2007. I remember it was like sunny and stuff. But I looked up Ron Paul and I started watching it, and I was like, well, that guy seems legit. Like, why haven't I heard of this guy? How come nobody's talking about him? I hear of Hillary and Obama and the other people from the Republican side that were running, you know, trying to think, Giuliani and people like that. I think Fred Thompson at that point was running back then. There was a number of Republicans who I wasn't really fond of, but when I saw Ron Paul, I was like, that's legitimate. And I didn't know what the Federal Reserve was. And there's, you know, he had YouTube videos. The only way you could see him was on the internet, and I couldn't figure out why. And then, you know, he picked up steam. He had a money bomb on the Tea Party anniversary at the end of 2007 in December, and that was like, whoa, he's gaining some traction now. He got an influx of money. And I watched the media completely bury him, say he was nutty and crazy for being anti-war, while being, you know, very, he was like, the right thought he was on the left thought he was on the right, and he's just a libertarian. And that was, I didn't even know what a libertarian was, but that's the party that I gravitated towards at that point, because I participated in the 2008 April 15th tax day march. You know, in Jackson, there was probably 100 or so people in the park where the Republican Party was founded in Jackson, Michigan, and there was tons of organic Tea Party support. But once it got traction, the media, I went home that day, and I'll never forget, I turned on cable news and it was bashing it. All CNN, NBC, MSNBC, everybody was bashing it. I do specifically remember that Hannity was the only person that I remember that didn't bash it. Sorry about the phone again there. It's kind of propped up weird. But Hannity was the only person that wasn't bashing it, and I didn't really like Hannity that much because I thought he was a hypocrite, because he supported the war so strongly, or the wars, multiple wars, so strongly. So, you know, I was a little tip of the cap to Hannity for that, but that's about the only thing that I could really relate to at that point. I thought he was a fake conservative. I thought he was a neo-conservative. I learned what that term was. So that's a little bit of a taste of preview, if you will, of my bigger video to come. I really want to break this down for people so they can, I want to deconstruct myself so others can reconstruct themselves in a different way, and really put a lot of sources, links, information, PowerPoint presentation. I've been trying to do the best I can for you guys on this. I just want you to see what I see and get that kind of perspective. So please, the two people I would say immediately check out: Styx, S-T-Y-X, Styx Hexen Hammer, HEXENHAMMER 666. I'm not a Satanist or anything like that. He's an ex-Satanist, but he's very logical. He puts source links in there, and he's great. He's probably the greatest YouTuber, independent, out of his room that I know. So check him out, and check out Ron Paul, because people on the left should very easily be able to relate to Ron Paul now, because he's not pro-Trump, okay? He's stuck to his guns about stuff, and he's definitely not pro-Trump. So the only criticism that I could really tolerate that seemed like it wasn't biased is Ron Paul. So Ron Paul. I just urge you to check him out, and have a great day. I gotta go. Yes.